It is 10:09 a.m. and I had one trade with STEK, and this one was pretty much a scalp. It was a morning panic bounce play. I think I'll count this as a double bottom setup, although it is a bit lower than here by a wick. And it did have like a bottom of a candle below the wick of this range. It might be a lower low, but I was watching this for the morning panic bounce play. It did try here, but then I looked at the chart and it looks like something that I've seen a long time ago, like a really old school pump and dump. I've seen charts of really old pump and dumps look something like this. I'm not calling this one a pump and dump, but I'm saying the chart looks like it. And, it just kind of threw me off in that. All right, well, this one opened on the gap up and everything, and I actually did see if it was shortable on Schwab. It's not shortable. This is actually something where I would have not of mind shorting because it's a higher priced OTC, so I'm able to properly be in full size and not let commissions take a huge portion of what I can make. It did do a very nice drop. It did try to turn around here, and I thought, it could just play off with a $10 level, but if it's anything like it was right here, you can see it had a pretty big wick. It might downtrend a lot more, so I never traded this one. And I think there were no attempts to buy. Maybe there was. There actually was, yeah, 938. I did actually try to buy right here at 1015, and it looks like it was not something I was able to be a part of because it looks like it did just uptrend pretty quickly from there on out. Okay, I actually did take that into consideration and I still went ahead and tried to buy. It didn't get to VWAP, but it did bounce to the 1077 level, but it did drop some more. And then this one did turn around. I was interested in this, but I didn't like how quickly it started to turn around, so I didn't want to trade it. But when it came back, I was also still not really interested in buying it because I really thought, this thing could make a really big wick like it did this first red day right here. But there was like a 50,000 share bidder that showed up at 850, and that got me really interested at 1002. I bought just 20 shares at 879 because this thing trades with a wide spread. That was right here, 879, right here at 1002. So right here is when I got in. And that was essentially why I got in because it was that big bidder at 850. And of course, the $8 level might hold as well, but it could have been just a fake 50,000 share bidder at 850, but it still gives it like a push towards the upside, and we still have support in the eights. And then I saw this one super quickly because that was pretty much the main reason why I got in because this thing trades with a wide spread and it's a bit scary looking. I got out the same minute at 921, which was right here when I got out. So I got out right here and I got in right around right here. It was just under 5%. It did uptrend a bit more, but yeah, this one's just nerve-wracking. And then the next candle, it decided to get under the $9 level into the eights for just a tiny bit. I will keep looking at this, but I probably won't want to trade it unless it does something super nice because of how jumpy it is. Nothing really interesting with SIRC, but it did have a morning spike. This is the setup I was trying to be a part of yesterday when I had the first red day. I'm not sure if I still have the. Yeah, this was the idea I had back here the other day. Thinking that, just had a first red day here and now we're going to open and it's going to be a morning spike. People who are short are going to be getting out of their positions, and then those people getting out are squeezing other ones. And then people who have been wanting to buy this now are buying it on its first, day after I had a big red day. So this one actually did it. This was a lot nicer right here. I wasn't able to be a part of this. It wasn't like a nice range that it broke past for me to have entered, unless maybe you want to count this 415 level because it had a top of a candle here, the top of a candle here, and then this one when it broke out. That would have been the only point where I could have been in for an entry for a morning spike with this in mind. It did downtrend. There's nothing I really want to do with it right now. I'll just keep watching it. Nothing clear that I want to trade. I'll be looking for more setups. Okay, it is 4:37 p.m. and I am here to call it off. Overall, I ended up today $8.40, and that was trading STEK, and that was it. I didn't trade anything else, and it was a setup right here, and I only got in again because it was that big bidder at 850 with a whole lot of shares. And I could have probably have tried to have held on to it a little longer, but I don't mind that at all because that's hindsight. It did uptrend a bit more, but it was just very scary the way this one trades, and I did have that fear that, like it did the first day here, it could have like an even bigger panic that it's just about to unfold. There wasn't really anything else with this one that I would have been interested in. SIRC, this thing did do one of these things where it dipped under VWAP, and by 11 a.m. it did start to turn around, and that was a move right there from the 40s to the 42s, and then getting as high as the 43s later on. This wasn't something I was too interested in because it wasn't down that much on the day, even though it was down from its highs right here, roughly 10%. It wasn't down a lot in terms of the day when it was at this point, so I never had an interest to trade it. And I was also doing other things today. That was pretty much it. There wasn't anything else that I was interested in. Maybe I missed out on the stock today that ran up a lot, and I will probably look into that after this recording and check the scans. But that was just it for today. Just one trade with STEK.